Top 10 list of countries by oil production. Compared with shorter-term data, the full-year figures are less prone to distortion from periodic maintenance shutdowns and other seasonal cycles. The volumes in the table represent crude oil and lease condensate, the hydrocarbon liquids collected at or near the wellhead. The volumes in the table do not include biofuel. They also do not include the increase in liquid volumes during oil refining, refinery gain, or liquids separated from natural gas in gas processing plants. Under this definition, total world oil production in 2019 averaged 80,622,000 barrels per day. Approximately 68% came from the top 10 countries, and an overlapping 44% came from the 14 current OPEC members. The top 3 producers have in recent history been, alphabetically, Russia, Saudi Arabia, and the United States. Each of these countries experienced major production declines at different times in the past, but since 2014 all 3 have been producing near their peak rates of 9 to 11 million barrels per day. Saudi Arabia and Russia also top the list of oil exporting countries. The monthly U.S. oil production reached 10.07 million BD in November 2017, the highest monthly level of crude oil production in U.S. history. In May of 2019, the country became a net oil and gas exporter, the first time since 1953. The United States of America is the top country by production of crude oil in the world. As of May 2020, production of crude oil in the United States of America was 11,393.55 thousand barrels per day. The top 5 countries also includes Russian Federation, Saudi Arabia, Iraq, and China. The Russia-Saudi Arabia oil price war of 2020 is an economic war triggered in March 2020 by Saudi Arabia in response to Russia's refusal to reduce oil production in order to keep prices for oil at moderate level. This economic conflict resulted in a sheer drop of oil price over the spring of 2020. On the 8th of March 2020, Saudi Arabia initiated a price war with Russia, facilitating a 65% quarterly fall in the price of oil. In the first few weeks of March, U.S. oil prices fell by 34%, crude oil fell by 26%, and Brent oil fell by 24%. The price war was triggered by a breakup in dialogue between the Organization of the Petroleum Exporting Countries, OPEC, and Russia over proposed oil production cuts in the midst of the COVID-19 pandemic. Russia walked out of the agreement, leading to the fall of the OPEC Plus alliance. Oil prices had already fallen 30% since the start of the year due to a drop in demand. The price war is one of the major causes and effects of the currently ongoing global stock market crash. In early April 2020 and again in June 2020, Saudi Arabia and Russia have agreed to oil production cuts. 678, the price became negative on the 20th of April. Oil production can be slowed, but not stopped completely, and even the lowest possible production level resulted in greater supply than demand. Those holding oil futures became willing to pay to offload contracts for oil they expected to be unable to store. 910. In the U.S., Whiting Petroleum Corporation, which produced 120,000 barrels per day, was the first major producer to declare bankruptcy due to the oil price crash. Diamond Offshore Drilling, an offshore drilling contractor, also filed for bankruptcy, citing the price war and the drop in oil demand due to the coronavirus pandemic. Iraqi and Kuwaiti oil producers also announced price discounts to their buyers, though Iraq's discount was lower than that of Saudi Arabia's. The United Arab Emirates also announced an increase in production to 4 million barrels per day, higher than the country's estimated output capacity of 3.5 million bpd. If you like the video, please like and subscribe. Stay safe and see you next time.